Yeah.
Hi, welcome back to Speaking in Code. We're coming to you live from the EduCode Conference of 2026 here at the Orleans Casino and Hotel. I am Nathan Ball, your host. I'm joined by my producer, Christopher Barnes. And today we are joined by Russell Mora from Shums Coda. Russell,
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about who Russell Mora is.
Well, I started, as a child, my first love was electricity. I used to wonder how the lights turned on and off, the street lights. And so I started asking questions, and before long, that was going to be my trade. And when I finished school, I went back to school to learn electricity and became an electrical journeyman and electrical inspector, and retired here from Clark County in 2019, and now with Shums Coda.
Oh, and what do you do at Shums Coda?
I do electrical plans examination. I'm a specialist just with electrical.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, and then I'm sure you got some stories about some good electrical stuff that happened.
I do. In fact, my favorite memory is the Allegiant Stadium. I was the lead plans examiner with Clark County for the Allegiant Stadium, the electrical only. It was quite a project because they brought 12 470 in 6 different ways, and then broke it down. It was the biggest service I'd ever seen.
Oh wow! I bet that's pretty amazing there. So so how long you been at Shums Coda?
Well, I've been at Shums Coda since 2019. Our principal engineer, our owner, is David Baziger, and our chief operating officer is Christine Godinas.
Well, we actually have Dave and Terry coming on later on this week, so we'll make sure we mention you to them. So thank you for joining us today. We actually have a couple questions if you
Sure.
if you would like to get into it. So you talk about being an electrician.
That's correct.
Was that what you wanted to be when you grew up?
That was what I wanted to do. And then when I started up as an electrician, the inspectors came to the job site, and then I knew it was very clear that I wanted to be an inspector. So that's, of course, going back to school again to study and prepare for the examinations, more theory, more code.
Okay. Well, when you were little, Russ, what was your dream?
Well, my father was a professional fighter. So growing up in Denver, Colorado, that was my other passion. I had my electrical and boxing were my 2 passions. I followed boxing since I was a child. I got to box our Golden Gloves in Denver.
Did you really?
Also in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was our state Golden Glove champion in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And then so what got you so bridge that gap for us from boxing to electrical. How did that happen?
Well, they were 2 different worlds, but then as I found out, they're very parallel because you have to know the code book in order to be an inspector. You have to know the rules to be involved in boxing. So much, and they're both very dangerous.
very, very dangerous. Yeah, I can imagine the boxing, and depending how good of an electrician you are, kind of like the degree of difficulty depends on how good you are at either one of those jobs, right?
That's right. That's right. And complacency in either one of them can be very bad. So,
yeah. All right. So the final question that we always have for everybody is, what was the greatest live event you ever attended?
Well, it had to be the trilogy to the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight at the T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, and did you have good seats?
I had a great seat. I was the 3rd man in the ring for that fight.
Were you really?
Yes, I served as a referee here in Nevada since 2006.
Holy cow.
And all together, I was a referee for 25 years.
Holy cow.
Yes.
So what are some of the fights that you were able to participate in?
Well, I retired in 2022, and my last fight was the trilogy between Canelo and Triple G.
Wow.
Yes.
What was the greatest fight you ever witnessed?
They were all great fights. I sometimes were in complete awe of their skills and at that level their athletic ability. But I got to referee Manny Pacquiao, Evander Holyfield. It was just some of the champions today. Last weekend there was Ryan Garcia fought.
Yep.
I got to referee. I got to be in the ring with most of these guys. I missed Mayweather because he was just a little before me before I got to that level, and I missed Tyson. But so if I could, in a dream world, have been a referee just a little sooner.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Russell. Topher, you got any questions for Russell?
I'm just interested in terms of refereeing or interpreting code.
Right. What's more difficult?
What's more difficult, or are they very similar?
They're very similar. I get to teach I get to teach boxing referees. And one of the things we tell them is that complacency is bad for a referee, just as it is in electricity. The newbies in electrical don't get electrocuted. It's it's the electrician who's been there for a long time who becomes complacent, very comfortable with electricity. So they have a parallel, and also the rules. As a referee, you cannot be in the ring without complete, full knowledge of the rules. That's the same as being an inspector. I can't make a call, I can't turn down a job site without being able to support my call.
That's amazing. I think that if I was in the ring in the type of situation, I'd probably be so interested in watching what's going on, be like, oh, I guess that was a penalty a little bit ago. I should have probably called something.
That's right.
I'd get really complacent, probably get hit by one of them.
Well, and with information and technology, it's changed boxing as far as referees, because now, at one time, the referee could just say knockdown and back it up by saying that was my call. I saw a knockdown. That's what it was. But today, you have commentators that are very educated. You got writers that are educated. And so what we do now is we have to explain our calls. So we'll say, no knockdown, that was a push. So now everybody understands, in fact, that yes, it wasn't a knockdown. He went down because of a push.
Gotcha. All right, I guess that next time we watch a boxing match, we can keep our eye out for that. Well, thank you, Russell, for joining us. I appreciate everything, and we learned a lot about the comparisons between boxing and electrician. I'm Nathan Ball, and joined by my producer, Topher Barnes, and we will see you next time on Speaking in Code.
Thank you.
Yeah.